Okay, so the next person up is a very good friend of mine. In fact, I've known Jason for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years now, something like that. Jason actually runs the World Internet Summits in Australia. Anybody here been to a World Internet Summit? Knowing Brett McFall, Tom Hua? Yeah, he runs them. And in the back end of World Internet Summit, we always did these launches for launching a product. And we used what's called World Internet Office in order to track the affiliates, the autoresponders, selling the products and all that. And Jason is going to share with you over the next few days exactly how to set up your online assets when it comes to your autoresponders and that kind of thing. So it's really, really exciting. Highly, highly qualified gentleman here. I mean, he's been doing this now for years. Jason, how many World Internet Summits have you actually been involved in?
43, I think.
43. Wow. 43. Wow. You don't look old enough. But anyway, highly qualified. I really want you to would like you to give your attention to him. Now, remember from yesterday, he's going to give you access for 30 days to World Internet Office, which is incredibly valuable for anybody to be able to do that. Anyway, Jason, come on up. Jason Buckner, thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you. As Jim said, I'm Jason Buckner, and hopefully over the next few days I'm going to make automation easy for you. Would that be okay? Okay. So there's a web address here that we'll use over the next few days. It's also in the members area. Is that right, Alison? In the resources section of the members area, there's a link that you can click on in there. It's wiobyjason.com if you want to go direct to that page. There's some templates that we'll use to cut and paste. More tomorrow and on Wednesday as well. So let me actually, before I get to asking that question, I've got a couple of questions for you guys. How many have got an internet business running right now? And how many of you with an internet business running are using your own products or affiliate products? Own and affiliate. And those of you that don't have a business, are you going to be affiliate marketers or market your own product? Affiliate marketers and your own product? Okay, about half-half. Okay, no problems. So let me ask you a question. What if you could automate your online business to allow you to spend less time in the business? How would that feel? That's why we're here now, isn't it? To spend less time so we can get out and do some other things. Or would you love to have your business running automatically while you're on holidays? I can't hear you. Yes. Thank you. Well, guess what? You're in the right place. Let's start with a case study. Does anyone know Glenn Burton? No? Okay, no problems. Glenn Burton is an affiliate marketer, and he started out with 50 websites. He had no automation on his websites whatsoever. Here's an example of one of his websites. He's an affiliate marketer, so all of these, these links down here are all to affiliate products, and you can click on, there's actually more down the pages as well. You click on them and you can purchase from him through those affiliate links. On Glenn's website, if you have a look up here, see where this red ring is here? That's his contact button on his website. He had no pop-up, no opt-in on his website, just a contact form that goes through to one of these. How many people have filled out one of these forms? A few of us. So you know what happens. You fill it out and it sends an email to the person whose website it is, and they hit reply and reply to you, don't they? We're all familiar with that? So it's quite a manual process, isn't it? So he had a completely manual contact process. Let's go back on that. So he had 50 websites. So with one website, just say 50 people come to his website and click on that contact button for more information. That's 50 emails he has to send out in 1 week, isn't it? What if with 50 websites, how many emails is that in 1 week? Can anyone do the math? I'm not very good at it. 2,500 emails. Can anyone tell me any problems with sending out 2,500 emails at once? Time consuming? That's a big problem. There's another big problem as well. Can anyone tell me what that is? Say it again. Mistakes can happen, correct? Spam. Spam's a big one. If you're using a Gmail account, for example, and you send out 2,500 emails that all look quite similar, or all look like templated emails from your Gmail account, you'll get shut down. they'll shut down your Gmail account almost instantly. I'm not sure of the stats on it, but I think if you send more than 50 emails in an hour or something like that, they'll flag it, and if you send 100 emails in an hour, they'll shut you down again as well. So we have software like World Internet Office to manage that. So it takes on average 5 to 7 interactions with your website for a customer to buy. In a retail store, it takes about 1 to 3 interactions. On a website, however, it takes 5 to 7 interactions for a customer to buy. That's very important when we're thinking about automating our businesses. So going back to Glenn's websites again, he had 50 of these sites, all with a contact button on them. There's a few different websites there, all similar websites, all search engine optimized, all generating traffic by themselves, but no automation. So he's not collecting anyone's contact details, and when he does, it's a completely manual process. So we've done the math, 2,500 emails. How much time would that take you to send 2,500 emails in 1 week? Massive amount of time, wouldn't it? You probably wouldn't get through them all in 1 week, would you? You'd have to outsource it to somebody else. So over the next few days, I'm going to show you how to get started quickly in World Internet Office, start marketing and building your list, selling products, your own and affiliate products using World Internet Office, and 2 simple techniques that when implemented can add up to 50% more sales to your bottom line. Would that be okay? So this is why you need to know what I know. I've got a background in business and organising. I spent 7 years in retail management in Sydney. I managed a chain of retail stores in Sydney. From there, I went on to large format digital printing. So managing print rollouts for companies like the Swatch Group. Does anyone know who the Swatch Group is? So there used to be 7 brands of watches in the Swatch Group when I did work for them. And I used to manage the graphic rollouts for every single shop across Australia that would have any Swatch brand representation. They would do it, they would have a changeover, and every single graphic, so over 300 graphics, would need to be changed within 48 hours, just like that. So I used to manage that sort of thing. I also used to do work for the Melbourne Museum, the National Gallery of Victoria, and many other galleries as well, doing travelling roadshow or travelling exhibitions. So a travelling exhibition would come in, and I would manage all of the graphics, hundreds and hundreds of graphics to go into their display space. Once again, you know, over a short period of time. I've been doing this for 8 years. Actually, it's nearly 9 years now I've been doing this, but almost 9 years ago, on the 12th of September, my first day on the job with World Internet Summit, I went to the airport and I flew to Las Vegas. And Brett McFall and Tom Hua wanted me to come straight over to the next event, which happened to be, you know, the day that I was leaving, or starting the job. And they wanted me to come over and have some on-the-event training. So I got on the aeroplane. First day on the job, I met Tom Hua, I hadn't met Brett McFall, hadn't met any of the other staff or any of the other crew or anything. And I went to the airport, and I don't know who gets a bit emotional on aeroplanes after, you know, 14 hours in the sky. Anyone? I'll admit I do, and so I was about halfway there. It was about 10 hours actually, about 2/3 of the way there. And I thought to myself, I'd had a couple of glasses of wine, which probably wasn't the right thing to do. And I thought to myself, what am I doing here? You know, I've met one of these people and I'm going over there, and you know, it was a good choice. It's not only given me the skills that I'm going to teach you guys today and over the next couple of days, but a long-lasting relationship with Tom and Brett as well. So first I was taught by Brett McFall and Tom Hua. They taught me for about a year how to use World Internet Office and taught me how to automate their business. And now they come to me and ask me how to do things. So after that first 12 months, I'm the sort of person, hands up who loves Excel. Jim mentioned it yesterday. Who in the room loves Excel? So you'll probably love World Internet Office because I love Excel as well. But I'm the sort of person that loves the software and loves that sort of thing, and I grab it and run with it. So now they come to me and ask me how to do things. I now consult. Any prices I quote on here are Australian dollars because I work in Australia. But I now consult at $297 an hour individually. If someone wants me to consult with them on automating their business, that's what I charge. And Brett has been asking me for Brett and Tom and a few others have been asking me for some time to teach you guys how to automate your businesses as well. I'm also a volunteer swimming coach. Does anyone here do any sports? A few of us? Yep. So in your sports, do you all have coaches as well? Yeah, I think it's pretty important, and I think you guys represent or realise that in your online business as well, how important it is, and that's why you're here. Is that right? Yep. So sometimes I coach a masters swimming club in Victoria in Australia, and they're all adults and they come along and they like to have a little gossip sometimes and get in the pool and talk away. And sometimes I go, if they're all talking too much and I'm trying to talk, I just kind of stand there and I wait. And I look down at them in the water and I'm just waiting and waiting. And finally, after a few minutes, they get that I'm trying to speak and I won't speak over them. And they all start laughing then and they stop talking and then we continue on. So if I do that with you guys, I'm just kidding. Okay. The process of automating your business is not sexy. The resultant time and lifestyle that it brings is. Do we all agree? Yep. Wouldn't you like a business where you get to enjoy more sunsets? To me, this represents not working through the sunset, finishing at a time where I can go and enjoy the sunset. More tropical island getaways? While your business is running automatically. This is PP Island. I went there a couple of years ago for my, I won't say what birthday. And spending more time with your family. This is a good-looking family, isn't it? It's not my family, but it represents, spending more time with the people that you love. Automate your business and this sort of thing can become a lot easier for you. So over the next 3 days, I will demonstrate and then you will do. So it's going to be interactive. Jane, if you can hand out those, or Deb, if you can hand out those logins for me. It's going to be interactive. So I'll demonstrate up here. We'll go through it. It'll be computers down kind of thing. So you can watch and take it all in. And then from there, you'll start up your computers, you'll log in, and we'll go through it together step by step. Would that be okay? Does anyone have World Internet Office already? Anyone in the room? Has anyone used it before? A couple of us? A few of us? Has anyone had any problems with World Internet Office before? Just one? And hopefully we can fix those problems for you today. Can anyone tell me why I use World Internet Office? Because I make good commission? It's not why, actually, but I've never thought of it that way. Anyone else tell me why I might use World Internet Office? Say that again? Automation and I like systems. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Carolyn, have you had something before? Easy to learn and easy to use. So I've used, as Jim mentioned before, with World Internet Summit, every event that we had, we launched a business live. And sometimes it was run through World Internet Office, and other times it was run through other programs, Fusion HQ, Confusionsoft or Infusionsoft, and some of the others as well. And so I've got experience in using all of them. And I just find World Internet Office is the most logical. Who has a logical brain in here? Okay, Martha. Who has a creative brain in here? Okay, so you logical brain people will probably get it a bit quicker than the others, but hopefully I can help everyone at the same pace. Would that be okay? So it's the most comprehensive as well. It has everything. Like Jim was talking yesterday, I think it was, about thinking about growing towards your future. So it's an autoresponder program. It has an integrated shopping cart. It also has an affiliate system that can run through your account as well. So you can start with your emails and autoresponders and opt-ins first, and then you can grow into your business in World Internet Office. Because it's the most comprehensive, it's the one I've used for the last 8 years, or 9 years now. It's the one Brett McFall and Tom Hua chose to brand as their own because it was the most comprehensive, so that it suits internet marketers just like yourselves. It's the one I choose and the one I teach. Is it the best at doing each of those individual items? Can anyone tell me? Some of them, some things, like some autoresponders are better, some shopping carts are better, but what it is very good at is tying it all in together so that it's easy for you. Does everyone have their logins now? Anyone not have logins? Okay, that was quick, very good. Let's look at the 3 things you need to get started. So 3 things you need to get started in automating your online business, okay? An opt-in page, What are other names for an opt-in page? Squeeze page, yep. Sorry, I can't hear you. Landing page. A landing page is the first page someone comes to on your website. So generally we want it to be a squeeze page or an opt-in page. Anything else? Web form is another one. Squeeze page, I hate that term, but many people use it. So we want an opt-in page. We want to link to a sales page so we can sell something. Agreed? That can be, this page could be something selling your own product, couldn't it? What else could that sales page be? An affiliate product, I heard. Yep. So that could be an opt-in form linked to an affiliate sales page. And then linked to a thank you page or a download page where people get the product. So that's the minimum you need, isn't it? If you're an affiliate marketer, however, this page here, you don't necessarily need yourself. You can create that as an affiliate marketer, or you can use the one that's provided in the affiliate system. And the download page is an affiliate marketer as well. That's generally provided by the person whose products you're selling. Does that make sense? So as an affiliate marketer, you need an opt-in, don't you? And some emails that go out, but you still need something to sell and some products that get downloaded afterwards. It's still some action in the process there. Does anyone have any questions about that? Is it okay if I do a diagram up here and you guys can come and take a photo of it later? Would that be okay? If you want to have it as a record? So we've got our opt-in page, and it's linked to the sales page. Another one. Can anyone see what I'm drawing? Draw a little cartoon or something up here. To a sales page where someone buys the product, and then to a download page. So, what we're going to have a look at over the next few days is the automation in that process. So they go from here to here to here. Someone opts in, they might get a free report. You give them something for nothing, don't you? Give away something in high perceived value to get them to opt in, to get them to take the action to opt into your list. And then you might give them the free report, and as a part of the free report, there might be a sales page underneath selling your particular product or your affiliate's product. Or, you might deliver the free report and then sell to them in the emails or something like that. And then from there, when someone purchases, they go to the download page and they download. All of that we want to be automated, don't we? Is anyone doing any of that manually at the moment? Okay, that's good. So from here, when someone opts in, we want to send them some emails, don't we? How many times did I say earlier that it takes? How many interactions with a customer?
5 to 7.
5 to 7. So how many emails do you think we should send as a minimum?
7.
5 to 7. And then when someone purchases, how many emails do you think we should send there? Forever. Good one. You might not do it forever in the series, but you'll certainly continue communicating with them. So here, let's say, a couple of emails here. And then on the download, generally we don't send emails from the download, we just keep it in the customer series, don't we? So from each email, we want people coming back to our website, don't we? We want them coming back to our website 5 to 7 times to encourage them to purchase from us. Do we agree? Does that have to be back to the sales page every time, do you think? No, because we actually, in the 5 to 7 interactions, we want to build rapport with those customers, don't we? We want to build goodwill, and we want to build their confidence so they purchase from us and they continue to purchase from us, don't we? So what could that be sent? What could you be sending people to there? Can't hear, sorry. Straight to the download. So it could be straight to the download of the free report, certainly. Yep. Anywhere else? Different blogs, yeah, that's a good one. Some content. So what I suggest in here, when someone opts in, and we'll go through this in greater detail tomorrow as well when we cover opt-ins and autoresponders. When someone opts in, the first one is you want to be a thank you. And then the next one, you want to be a reminder. What do you think this one might be? The third one. I'm testing you guys right now, aren't I? An offer? Not yet, I don't think. Some more information? Possibly. What I like to do on the third one is I actually like to start building some interaction with the customers. Does that make sense? So while we're running online businesses, do we have to just keep it as cold as an online business can be, or do you think it would be good to ask for some feedback or ask for some sort of interaction? Yeah? So you, in this particular email, you might say, what did you think? Was it what you were expecting? And get them to hit reply and email you back. And then you can start having a conversation and you can build that rapport with your customers quicker, can't you? In a retail store, it takes one to 3 interactions with a customer before they purchase. And you can do that by looking at them and making eye contact and talking to them and asking them about the weather and all of that sort of thing, can't you? But in an online business, you can't do that. You can't make eye contact in an online business, can you? You can't build a rapport with energy in an online business. Well, you can a little bit with your emails, but you can't build it on a face-to-face level. So it's really good to get that interaction going. Email number 4. Can anyone tell me what that might be? Thank you for your feedback. No, that you would actually do manually, that part of the process. Whoever said the thank you for your feedback. This one might be some content, perhaps. What sort of content could we use? Testimonials will come a little bit later, only because these are completely new contacts to us at the moment. So testimonials might be on your sales page, and they might be on our sales email that comes later. But at the moment, we're looking for content, basically. We're looking to give away something more for free. If someone hasn't purchased from you, from all of these interactions, they probably need some more from you at this point in time. And so you might actually add in a couple more emails in here, 2 to 3 more emails in here to get up to that 7 or even a little bit beyond that 7 if you find that, that your series isn't converting. We'll go through this more again tomorrow as well, it'll become clearer. And then the last one, I call a sales email. In every one of these emails, this one, you'll have a link up here. The reminder, you'll have a link up here. It'll be in the body of the email. This one, you'll just have a link down the bottom. It'll just be in your signature or at the bottom of your sign-off or something like that. Content, you're just going to send them to some sort of content link in there. Okay, so it's not the same as these ones, but you might still have your link at the bottom of the email. And this one is going to have the link in it 3 times. Does that make sense? So then this one here, when someone purchases a product, we want to send them some emails. What do you think the minimum amount of emails is that we're going to send? There's a hint up there.
That's right.
So actually it is 3. So the first one will be same. Thank you. The next one will be, before we move on to the next one actually, this part of the process all happens on the internet, doesn't it? Someone opts in, they automatically go through to the free report and then to the sales page or something along those lines, and then they go through to the download page. All of that happens instantly, or automatically. What happens if the web drops out in the middle of that process? How many times have you bought something and the internet has dropped out in the middle and you don't know where to go to download the product? A few times? Yep. So what we want to do in here, so we want to send them straight back to that download page. Make it easy for your customers, and you'll have less inquiries and less need for them to refund from you. Everything must be easy, and that's what we're trying to do in automation as well. We want to make, for you, we want to make the sales process easy, but for our customers, we want to make it so easy for them to buy that they come back and they do it from us again. Or at very least, they don't have to email us and say, you know, the web dropped out, where's my product, I'm not happy, and put through a complaint. So first one is going to be a thank you. It's going to send them to the download page. What do you think the second one might be?
Maybe a
Loyalty, did you say?
program,
Loyalty program, that's a good one. I hadn't thought about that one actually, but you could integrate that into your marketing, definitely. What I would normally do for the second one is get their feedback again. Does that make sense? Now that someone's purchased from you, get some interaction with them. Congratulations on your purchase. Tell me, what did you think? I'd love to hear your feedback. You know, is there anything that that could be improved in this product? Ask them for that sort of feedback. And if they say yes, well, actually, I didn't really like it too much because it didn't have X, Y, Z. What can you do then? Can't hear you. Upgrade your product, improve it. And then you could say to the customer, thank you for your feedback, I've upgraded my product. Would you like a copy of the new version for free? That makes sense, doesn't it? Got to do that with interaction. You've got to ask for feedback so you can get some interaction to build rapport with these customers, because we can't do anything face to face. And then the last email, what do you think that might be? Upsell. Sorry, I couldn't hear. Anyone else have any other ideas? I might walk through. New offers, yep, good. Upsell, exactly what we want it to be. Now this series of emails, this is not set in stone, by the way. In your thank you might have an upsell in the bottom of your thank you as well, mightn't you? You might have an upsell in here before the download, mightn't you? But we're just looking at the minimum you need to get started. Do we agree? Yeah. So let's look at timing. How many days in between this series do you think it should be? Should not stand under that, and then I can hear you. Someone take 2 or 3? Yep. So 2 or 3 for the whole series. I would make that about 14 days for the whole series. This first one goes out straight away. No time delay. Day 0, we call that. Then the second one, the reminder. Congratulations again on purchasing this product. Just in case you didn't get the email yesterday, here's an email for, here's the link to download the product. Make sure you download it, or make sure you print out all these details for the event, etc., etc. So this might be 2 days between there and there. And then feedback. How many days until you ask for feedback? 2 days? 3 days? 5? You know, they're all right answers. And the thing you need to think about is, how many days will it take to consume the product? Does that make sense? If you've got a 3,000 page book, how many days will it take to consume that, do you think? If it was me, it'd take 3 years. That's right. If I was reading it, it'd be forever. So don't send me an email again. But if you've got, you know, a 100-page ebook, that would be a couple of days, wouldn't it, for most people? If it's a good book and people are excited about it, then it would be almost straight away. If it's an event that you're selling, you might wait until after the event before you send that email, mightn't you? So this depends, but we'll say a day 3 to 4 in here. For ebooks, how many people are selling ebooks in here? How many people are selling something bigger than ebooks? Something that takes longer to consume. So you guys need to think about that as dependent on your product. And then content, how many days until we send some content? 2 to 3, something along those lines. You don't want to be too in their face, but you don't want to lose the connection with the potential customers, with the prospects at this stage. And then between here and here, another, say, 3 days. I can't even read that. Let me write that all again. So you think the many years of swimming coaching, writing sets on whiteboards would give me some more experience in this, but it hasn't. I do apologise. So this is day 0 here. This is about day 2, 4 to 5. This is, say, between here and here is day 7. And this could be up to 10 to 14. That's for the opt-in for the free report. I did say, how long does it take to consume a 3,000 book ebook or 3,000 page ebook? But you wouldn't generally do that in the free report, would you? If you did that in the free report, goodness, imagine how big the product would be. So, but if the free report is 50 words or 100 words or 300 words or something like that, you can get onto these emails pretty quickly without overkill. You don't want to send something every day. You want to send something about every 2 days. Beyond that, if it's a video series, you might send out a 5-week e-video series or a 5-day video series, the 5 steps to something, that sort of thing. If it's a video series, obviously the feedback section is going to be at the end of that period, isn't it? The end of the 5 days. Make sense? Okay. With our thank you email for our purchase, the purchase of our product, how quickly do we want to send that email to the customer? Straight away. Instantaneous, exactly. So 0 days delay in between there. And then feedback. I'm going to come in here again. Depends on the product, yep. So if it was a 300-page ebook or a 300-page book, how long? Months, did someone say? Months for me. It'd take me months to read 300 pages. a couple of days actually. You want to try and get some feedback. If it's an ebook, so about 2 to 3 days in here. And then for an upsell, how long do you think you should do an upsell or a cross sell? How many days do you think it should be in between? 6 days, 2 to 3, 4 to 5. It depends, actually. It depends on the product you're upselling or cross-selling to. If it's something that's, if the book they've bought or the product they've bought is, part 1 and then there's part 2 and part 3, then it might be important for them to get those and you might want to send it out straight away or pretty soon after purchase. But generally, I'd say at least 7 days between purchase before you start selling another product. Unless, of course, that upsell is very important to their progress. Then you'll send it out sooner. Does that make sense? And then download, in this part of the process, all of this is where we automate. In the download, we don't automate any emails from there. It's all done from the sale. So up here, we've got an action, haven't we? For someone to get the emails, they have to, what do they have to do up here? They've got to opt in, so the action is opting in. And here, there's an action here as well. So that action here is someone buying the product, and then they get some emails, and then they download it down here. Okay. Any questions about that? I'll probably draw that up there every session that we do. So if you want to take some photos, you're welcome to. I have no problems with that at all. So let's have a look at an example that runs like this. This is a video here, so I'm just going to come down the back of the room and watch it with you and let you know what's happening. So here's an opt-in page for this depression book. How to overcome depression without taking drugs or visiting doctors. It's a video of the customer experience on an automated website. So I've zoomed in there. There's an opt-in form down the bottom. You fill in your email address. And then opt in. Yes, please send me my free report. Give them, we'll go through that again tomorrow. Give them some instructions. Yes, I want my free report. Click on the button. And here's the free report on this page. How to overcome, scroll back up, I'm not finished. So here's the free report at the top, and then the sales page down the bottom. Has anyone seen a website like this? Few of us, yep. Then you click here to buy now. Click there to buy now. How many buy now buttons should you have on your website? 3 is a minimum. This one's only got 2, I need to upgrade it. In the meantime, while we're looking at that site, critical information, the first emails come through about the free report. Lucky I was recording this video during the day, not in the middle of the night like I normally do. And there's the link to the free report. Hi and congratulations. Thank you for your interest in my new information. You're seeking the best way to overcome depression. You can click here to get your free report. So we send them back to that sales page again. There's the free report. Treatment 1, treatment 2, treatment 3 will be down a little bit lower. They scroll down through the page. If they're interested, you know they're going to buy more. We want them to buy more, don't we? This is the whole means of the process. And they click there to buy now. Yes, this is the product I want. Check out. Fill in all their details. Who's done this before? Everyone in the room should put their hands up, shouldn't they? I think most of us did this to come to this event, didn't we? They go through to PayPal in this instance. I'm choosing to pay with credit card here. Fill in all your credit card details. How many times have we done that online? I had $1 for every time I filled out one of these. Then, yep, the payment's gone through. We click return to the merchant. In the meantime, there's some automatic emails that have come out. The first one's from PayPal. Let's go back and have a look. So the first one's from PayPal. It's our receipt. There'll be another one comes out from World Internet Office in a moment. There'll be a receipt from World Internet Office as well. All automatic. There we go. Thank you for your order. That can be a tax invoice that comes out automatically. And then there's the next one. There it is there. Congratulations and welcome. So we click on that in the email program. Congratulations and welcome. I'm so excited you purchased my book about XYZ. How to overcome depression. Here's how to overcome depression. Click here to download, etc., etc. See there? There's another link to the download page. So while they automatically go through to that, and we'll show you that when we go back to the PayPal page, you make it easy for your customer. The first email will always send them to the download link. That's very important. Back to the process over here, return to Jason Buckner. That's my business name. That's why it says that there in PayPal. Then it automatically does its thing. You can click on the button if you want to. And there we go through to the download page. And they download. That's how we want our customers to purchase, don't we? We want it to go through that automatic process. So that's the customer version. Now I'm going to show you the business owner version of this. What I'm doing while someone's purchasing from that. You guys got it quicker than most audiences do. That's very good. I can be doing anything I like, can't I? In fact, did anyone go to Warp Speed Weekend? Anyone here in the room went to Warp Speed Weekend? So you guys all know what I'm about to explain here. But sometimes I do this with a prop, and I've got a cocktail shaker on the stage. And the last time I did that, I had a little bottle of vodka and a cocktail shaker, and I walked over and I went to and I had a bottle of orange juice. And you know, the book's about depression. Setting the scene, the book's about depression. I come over here and I've got the cocktail shaker and I take the lid off the cocktail shaker and I slowly put some ice in, and everyone's kind of frowning a little bit. And I put some ice in and then I pour the orange juice in, and then I get the little bottle of vodka, I take the lid off. Little did the audience know I'd tipped it out and filled it with water, so it was just a prop. I didn't want to be drunk on the stage. But I've gone to tip a little bit of the vodka in, and someone screams out from the audience, "That's not going to help the depression." So then when someone did that, it was perfect. I I tipped the whole thing of vodka into the jar and I put the lid on, and they brought me the cocktail shaker. Literally, as I was walking onto the stage, they were putting it up there and they were running away. So I picked it up and I thought, okay, got to make sure I've got my fingers on the lid here. And I had a quick look at it and I thought, the lid, some of them have a lid that goes over the whole top and some of them have that little bit that comes off. It looked like it went over the whole top. I grabbed it and I gave it a little shake and it didn't feel like I gave it enough shake, so I gave it a big shake and the vodka and the orange juice went up and over my shoulder, all over my jacket, all over the stage. And I thought to myself, goodness, what am I going to do now? But and then I just took my jacket off and I sat down and I kept reading my travel magazine. And I took a little moment to calm myself down and then I just continued. So I'll probably make some jokes about vodka and overcoming depression over the course of the next few days as my example, so you know where all that comes from. But the main point is you can be doing anything anywhere in the world, can't you? You could be on that tropical island beach, couldn't you, while someone is purchasing your product, providing you've got the traffic generating and that sort of thing for you as well. Make sense? That's what we're trying to achieve here the next couple of days. So let me now reveal how to get started. We're going to go through how to find your way around inside World Internet Office, how to get set up quickly. We're just going to do the minimum in World Internet Office that you need to do to get your businesses running straight away. There are so many things you can do to fine-tune World Internet Office. In the last 9 years, I've been using World Internet Office for the last 9 years, and I probably use about 25% of the program most of the time. So there are so many things in there that you'll see that might daunt you. Don't worry about them. We're just going to go through the minimum that you need to do to get started. How to get help the right way. There are, in 9 years working with World Internet Office, I've had quite a few customer complaints to me about getting support. And so over 9 years, I've come across quite a few problems, and I've developed the best way to get support with World Internet Office to get a quick response. And I'll explain that to you in a little while as well. Billing, what to do about your charges. If you choose to continue with World Internet Office, we'll go through what to do about your charges, what accounts are right for you, that sort of thing. If you don't choose to continue with World Internet Office, that's fine by me. It's just the one I'll teach you with today. You can take those skills and take them elsewhere. Does that make sense? Okay, let's have a look inside. Has everyone got their login details? Yep. So log into World Internet Office. I'm just going to log into an account that looks exactly like yours, rather than my account, so that you can see everything that I'm explaining. No, don't sign up for a trial. So I'll just log out here when the internet wants to work. Bear with me just a moment. There we go. So you will come to a page like this. See, I'll just shrink that down. It's in the top right there. It says client login. So that's where you're going to click. Everyone log in. Don't click on the free trial button. None of you need to click on a free trial. You've already got with a $3.95 trial. You've already got a free trial from me. So the password that you've got there is case sensitive. And then log in. When you set up a free trial yourself or a $3.95 trial with World Internet Office yourself, they send you email after email after email about setting up this merchant account, setting up this. You haven't done this yet. You don't need to worry about any of those because I've put in a different email address to start with, and we'll go in and change that in a minute. But I've done that so that you guys don't get all of those emails. So you'll come to a screen that has this. Some of you might not have this when you come to the first login, but it'll come to a screen that says get started, add a product. We're just going to click on no thanks there. And then there'll be a pop-up that comes up. Try that again. Click on no thanks, and you just click on yes, skip. That'll come up maybe 3 times when you log into this account. Now these accounts for 30 days are the full World Internet Office, so they have every single feature in there, so you can use anything that you like for the next 30 days, or 28 days actually. So this is what, everyone have a look up here. Is everyone on this screen? Not yet? So have a look up here. Have a look up here, and I'll show you a few things, and we can log you in just a moment. So, I'll make this bigger for you. About as big as I can go there. So have a look up here. There's some buttons up here. You know, say with a software, you've got up the top, there's always File and Edit and View and all of those sorts of buttons at the top. So World Internet Office is similar. It's orders and products and contacts and email and marketing. So they're your menu items that you click on to get anything done. That makes sense, doesn't it? So when we're navigating through World Internet Office, if we're doing anything to do with orders, we click on Orders, and then we scroll down, and it won't select until you click on the button as well. Now some of this navigation will come quick to some people, and for others, those are more creative, sometimes it doesn't, so we'll just go through. I'm just going to change my internet. Bear with me a moment. Can't follow my own instructions, can I? So we logged in, orders at the top here, anything to do with products will be under products, manage products, add a product, etc., etc. Contacts, anything to do with contacts is done through here.
Is that your whole email list?
We'll come back to that when we go to autoresponders. Email and marketing, autoresponders. And when we go through it tomorrow, your lists of people will be represented in your autoresponders and also through contacts, so you can go into it both ways. And then there's setup in here. We'll do a couple of things in setup today. On the right over here is my account. We'll do a couple of things in there as well. And then something important up the top here is help. Now there's 2 things in help that we'll go through, but we'll go through those a little bit later. So first thing we're going to go through right now is the things that you need to do to get set up and started. Would that be okay? Is everyone in? Anyone not in World Internet Office at the moment? It's just running slow. Okay. So what we're all going to do is we're all going to go to My Account and then Contact Profile, which is the 3rd one down, the 3rd menu item down, My Account and Contact Profile. So just have a look up here for a moment. So you'll see in there, in yours, it'll have a contact name, and it just says AME and the number, doesn't it? That's the name that's put in there when we set these up for you, and it's got an odd email address in there, and some other details in there. We have to change this. You have to personalise this for your account. Now, the contact profile that you put in here is basically what's going to go out on the bottom of your emails as well. To comply with anti-spam laws across the world, you must have a mailing address on the bottom of every email. You must also have an unsubscribe button as well. So that's all managed by World Internet Office. If you don't set up a signature, it will automatically put all of your contact details in that are in here into the signature, into the the signature at the bottom of your emails. So I want everyone to go in and put in all of your details down there. We'll put in all of our details.
With the contact name, put just your Christian name or the full name?
Just put in your name.
Full name.
At the moment, just put in your name, your full name. If you've got someone that is the person that manages customer service for you, you might put in their name, but I would put in your name for this purpose, and you can fine-tune this later as well. Company. My company name is my name in Australia, so I use that as my company name here. How many of you have a company, a business set up for your internet business? So about half of us. For those of you that don't have a business set up, what do you think you could put in here? Personal name, you can put your personal name. If you're running an ebook store, you could even put in here Jason's ebook store or something like that, couldn't you? Just put in something generic for now. You can always change the details in there later. Address. Remember, you've got to have an address on the bottom of every email that goes out. How many people are from Australia? Most of us. How many people are not from Australia? That's probably the question I should have asked a couple of us. So if you don't want, and if you're working from home in your business and you don't want your home address going out on the bottom of everyone's email, every email that goes out, what can you do? PO Box. For Australians, it's $120 a year, $115 if you pay your bill on time.
And you put country code in for your phone number?
It depends on what your market is. Who asked that question about the country code? So the question was, do you put a country code in for your phone number? If you're an international marketer, so if you're marketing across the world, which most of us will be, then certainly you'll put in 61 in the front of there, or whatever your country code is.
Is that a requirement to have your phone number as well on the bottom of an email?
It's not a requirement, so that's a good question. The question was, is that a requirement to have your phone number on the bottom? It's not a requirement, but World Internet Office will put it in. But I'll show you in a moment the way to change that. Before you can save anything on this page, you'll have to put a URL in. You have to put a business URL in. For me, I'll put in my Automation Made Easy one. What if you don't have a URL? What can you put in here? Facebook, put your Facebook link in. That's a good one, actually. I've never thought of that before. You can just put in google.com for this purpose today. You can always come back in here and change the URL when you've got one later. Does that make sense? But your Facebook one is a really good idea. Click on Save. So at the moment, when this saves, these details that are in here, I need to change my email address in there, don't I? These details that are in here are what will come up on the contact profile for World Internet Office. Now what that means is, if someone clicks on Update Details, they'll see on the bottom of an email, update their details, the link that goes out.
Sorry, you might have covered this when I was trying to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
In the order of when it comes out, is there a way that it does the same like procedures?
We're going to go through that in just a moment. So when someone clicks on Update Contact Details, they'll be able to see your details as well, the details that are in here, so bear that in mind. Now the other thing as well, the question, at the moment everything that's in here will be appended to the bottom of your emails. We'll go through how to change that in a moment. But one other thing I want to draw your attention to here is your email address here. Now I would use my generic business email address. My domain name is automationmadeeasy.com.au. Does everyone have a domain like that? Does anyone not have a domain like that? Anyone not have their own domain? So for those of you that don't, you could set something up like carolinsebookstore@gmail.com. Something like that. Does that make sense? So you can have a little bit of branding in an email address, even though it's at Gmail. That sort of thing is okay. I don't recommend it for long term, but you can do that to get going. And you can set up a Gmail email account in how long? About 30 seconds, 5 seconds, someone said. I'm a bit slower to type, I guess. So you pop your email address in there, and that'll become important and evident to us later when we link up with our merchant account with PayPal. So down the bottom here we have the signature section. So I've just put a signature in there. Now have a look on the screen here just for a moment. I've given it a name. The name is only important to you. And you might set up a few signatures in there. You might have a web address in your signature that's a campaign that you've got running. And so you might have a few different signatures. So you give it a name that's appropriate to you so you know which one's which. Then in here you'll have whatever your sign-off is going to be. In here I've put and done some silly things with capitals, but I've got kind regards, Jason Buckner, and then the address, my post office box address. That's the minimum you have to have in there, is a mailing address. If you want to, you can just have a mailing address in there and sign off on the bottom of every email. Does that make sense? How many of us are selling in different niches? A few of us. So in your cases, you'll just have a very generic sign-off down here, just the mailing address, and sign off on the bottom of every autoresponder. Does that make sense to you? Any questions about that? So fill in there and click Save on the bottom and save your signature. Signature notes down the bottom, once again, is only relevant to you. Can you drop a logo? Who asked that question? You can put a link in, but you can't put a logo in here. You can in the bottom of your emails, however. So we save this. Now, it doesn't automatically get approved so you can use this signature. It'll take about up to 24 hours for it to be approved. So World Internet Office now has a machine, I think, that does it, and it depends on the server load as to how many get saved. But it tests to see if it looks like there's an address in there. And when it is approved, you'll get an email come through that'll say this signature has been approved, or if it hasn't been approved, you'll get an email that comes through to say it hasn't been approved and the reasons why. Might be, there's no mailing address or something along those lines. That's the main one that it won't get approved for. So fill in your signature, save that, and I'll just log into another account here in just a moment. So yeah, if you have a look down here, we've got the name, the status, it's pending, it hasn't been approved yet, and then you can log in and edit that, and it's got the date created in here. Now when this gets approved, when you get the email to say yours has been approved, you'll have a button here that will say set as active, and you click on that button and to set this signature as active. Does that make sense? Every single email that goes out of your account will have this one signature on it. You can't make a different signature for different emails or different campaigns. Does that make sense? So what does that mean to you when you do your signature? Can anyone tell me? Keep it generic, that's right. Keep it generic in here. You can sign off personally in all of your autoresponders and broadcasts. Any questions about the contact profile?
Did you say in the signature only the address is the minimum requirement?
I think the address is the minimum requirement, yes. Actually, yes, the address is the minimum requirement. Would I suggest putting a phone number? I wouldn't put my phone number on there, but sometimes you might want to put a phone number on there, mightn't you? Links to your other social media? Yes, you can put those in there, definitely. If you want the link to show up as a proper link, put in http:// and then the full domain name. Then the email server or the email program that's reading the emails will see that as a link and it will make it a link in most modern email programs. Okay. Next, we're going to have a look at our billing profile. So we go to My Account and Billing Profile. It's going to look pretty similar to the contact profile, but it's quite different. It's got the same details in there that were in there before. Basically, what's going to go in here is your billing contact details for World Internet Office. Now, if you don't continue with World Internet Office, it doesn't matter what's in here. You can fill in your details into here.
Oh, you didn't put a +61 in front of 61.
Oh, I didn't, but you can. You can represent that however you choose. So no, that's a good question. The question was, is the billing email the same as the previous one you used? And it doesn't have to be the same. So this email address here is what World Internet Office is going to use to contact you to communicate with you about billing of your account. Does that make sense? So anything that's in here has to be, basically if you decide to continue with World Internet Office, this will be the billing address of your credit card. And it'll be the communication address that you want billing details to come through to you. When they charge you, the receipt comes through to you, that sort of thing. Does that make sense? So this is completely different to the customer contact. This is only for World Internet Office's eyes. Now, when we go to save here, you'll all probably come across this problem. If you look up here just for a moment, when it reloads, hasn't come across this problem. Generally it says you need to put in your credit card details. And even if you put in credit card details in there, it's not going to charge your account because it's a 30-day free trial. Does that make sense? But if you fill in your contact details in there, that's perfect. That's all you need for this point in time. If you choose later to go ahead with World Internet Office, I'll show you in a minute how you can continue with that. Any questions about billing profile? So the next thing we're all going to do is go to email and marketing. And then email setup. What about there? Go email marketing, click on there. Just click off. Click on another one and then back on that one. There you go. Email setup there in the bottom. Can someone tell me the difference between single opt-in and double opt-in? They don't have to click on a link for single opt-in. What was that, sorry? Master list and smaller list, not quite.
You're double checking. You want it? Yes, I do want it. Click the second time.
They're double checking you want it. Yes, I do want to click the second time. So that's double opt-in. So double opt-in, you put in your email address, and then you get a screen come up that says, please check your email, check your spam, click on the link to confirm your email. How many people have done that process before? So that's called double opt-in. Single opt-in is just one part of the opt-in process. So you put in your email address, you click on submit, and then basically you automatically go into the list and you get the email of what you're after. Double opt-in is not required by law yet across the world. It's getting closer though. Soon, and I suggest it's probably going to be in the next 12 months, double opt-in will be required so that you'll have to turn it on your accounts. At the moment it's not. Even Canada, which has got the most stringent laws, you can still get by with single opt-in. So we're going to set up single opt-in on our accounts right now. Go to the third tab across, which is opt-in preferences. So first tab was general settings, and then custom templates, and then opt-in preferences. Oh, so if you're not on this page up here, go to email and marketing, and email setup right down the bottom. So where it says yes, everyone look up here for a moment first. Where it says yes here on the screen, we're going to choose no, and then click on Save Settings. That's it. That's all you need to do on this page. You can choose no, and then Save Settings. And there's one more thing we're going to do. Yep. You put no. Just choose no, and then Save Settings. Then from there, what we're going to do is just go to General Settings. So it'll save and it'll come up with this. opt-in default settings changes saved. Might take a little while because we're all using the same internet. And then we're going to click on general settings. There's one more thing we're going to do in these settings. If you have a look up here, it says test recipient email address or test recipient addresses. You're going to put in there your email address. Say that again, sorry. No, this email address is basically an email address. When you click on test email in your World Internet Office account, it's going to send it to that email. So this is you, basically. This is where you want to test your email addresses. In my account, I've got 5 different email addresses in here because some of them I use Mac Mail to check, some of them I use webmail to look at, and some of them, one of them might be a Gmail account. So I can test across all of those different platforms and make sure my emails represent properly. Does that make sense? You guys put at least one in there so that you can test every email that we do. Then click on Add. Just a couple more things I want to go through with you today. Today's more about just getting you set up, and then tomorrow and on Wednesday we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty of setting up things in here for your businesses. Would that be okay? Okay, so what we're going to do now after that's saved, it's good it's saved and you should have your email address in there, similar to that. We'll go to Help and then Support. So have a look up here, it's right up in the top right-hand corner, Help at the top, and then click on the Support tab. Help, and then Support. So I'll just shrink this down because we're projecting. It's showing it differently on my screen, so I'll shrink it down so it looks similar to yours. So have a look here. There's a telephone number for support, which is an American telephone number. World Internet Office is based in USA. So this is 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is basically New York or Atlanta time in USA. So if you're going to call World Internet Office because you're having a problem, it has to be during those times. The next thing you can do is there's a button here or a link here that says support@worldinternetoffice.com. Guys, just watching up here, I can answer your questions in a minute. Support@worldinternetoffice.com. So never click on that. Never send an email to World Internet Office. Why do you think that might be? Can't hear you, sorry. You won't get a response? Take 8 hours. So the reason why I suggest you never send an email is what happens with emails. Sometimes they get lost in the internet, don't they? Spam, they could get caught in spam filters, exactly right. So never send an email. We're always going to, when we're communicating with World Internet Office, we're always going to either call them in the right time or create a support ticket. So we click on this button here. Oh, you could do live chat if it's running at the time you're on there. You can do live chat as well. I've actually never used the live chat on here. Now, just looking up here, I don't want you guys to put in a support ticket yet. I just want you to have a look up here. Click on Create a New Ticket. There's some important things you're going to put into every single support ticket. Everything that you send. Now, thinking about World Internet Office being in America, we're in Australia, or most of us are in Australia, so we're the other end of the time zone, aren't we? So if you send an email through or a support ticket through that says, I'm having problems with my autoresponder, people aren't showing up. What do you think might be a problem with that? What do you think? Do you think there's some more information that World Internet Office might need to help you? So if their first email back to you is, what is the autoresponder ID? There's 24 hours lost, isn't there? Or 48 hours lost by the time they email you and you get back to them again, hasn't it? So what we're going to do in every single support ticket we put in is 2 things. The first one is your merchant ID. You're always going to put in your merchant ID, and you can find that just at the top here, merchant ID here. So you put your merchant ID in there. The subject might be autoresponder. problem with my autoresponder in there, we'll say. We'll put it through to support rather than billing. In here, what else will I put in here?
You can attach a screen dump.
You could attach a screen dump. The web address.
Do you want to give them access to your autoresponder details so they can go on?
Exactly right. You want to give them access to the autoresponder. You don't need to give them logins. They can get into your account and check it from the back end. But you do want to tell them all the information you possibly can. I'm having problems with autoresponder. It's not sending me any vodka. See?
Last time we said that's really
Using this web form. Website. Told you my typing was slow, didn't I? So, having a look up here, merchant ID, I'm having problems with autoresponder ID, whatever it is. I'm using it with web form, blah, 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 on website www. Does that make sense? Every single possible piece of information you can put in there. Any question that they might ask, you want to give them the answer to that question before they ask it. Does that make sense? Because you lose 24 hours every time they reply and say, can you give me this detail, can you give me that detail? And a really good thing to put in as well that someone mentioned over here is a screenshot. Take a screenshot of, if there's a problem, an error that's coming up, take a screenshot of the error and upload it in here as an image so that you can give all the information. Who's on a Mac in here? Do you know how to do a screenshot on a Mac? Anyone not know how to do a screenshot? It's Command, Control and 4, I think is right. Is that right? Command, Shift and 4. Okay, I always get that wrong. And then you can do it. You can actually just take a snippet of the page as well, and that goes into the clipboard, which is Command, Control, Shift and 4. Is that right? Something like that. Command, Shift and 4 is the important one.
And if you want to copy it, you press Command, Control, Shift, and 4.
That's way too much information for me, I think. Just Command, Shift and 4. And if you're on a PC, there's a Snagit tool you can download that's free from the internet to take a screenshot, or you can just press the print screen button, which is up in the right-hand corner of your screen, and it'll do a screenshot of the whole screen for you. And just put that in there. Copy it into a Word document, save it, and put that in. Okay, makes sense? There's a snipping tool as well. I think some operating systems have a snipping tool. So what we'll do in here is we'll click on Submit Ticket, and then that'll go through. Yep. Where do you get the autoresponder ID from? I'll show you that tomorrow. We'll go through those tomorrow. For every single thing in World Internet Office except a web form, there's an ID for it. So there's an autoresponder ID, there's a product ID, there's IDs for everything in there because it's all numerical to them. That's how they index everything.
Can you just show us again where you get
The merchant ID is right there. They've put it into the support ticket system. It actually goes appended to your support ticket. But I think it's very, very small in their ticket system because when I've just relied on that, the first email that comes back to me is, what's your merchant ID? And I say, it's in the support ticket system. But I always put it in the first line of the support ticket as well, so that it's there right in their face. It must be very small in their support ticket system, and they always keep asking it. So the other thing we're just going to have a look at here is training videos. So don't look at it on your screens, just look at it up here. I've found World Internet Office training videos to be most confusing for many, many years. And it took me a long time to work this out. And I probably shouldn't tell you that, I should be embarrassed by that. But it took me a long time to work this out, but I'm going to give you the secret to it right here, right now. Talk in World Internet Office language. You can do a search for a training video up here. If you put in something like how to set up a product. How to set up a product. And you click on search, It says, sorry, nothing was found. How to set up a product. There must be how to set up a product in there, mustn't there? Must be. But if you just put in product, look at that, there's 15 videos about products. So you've just got to talk in their language. So talk in the language up here. Orders. Talk in orders. Just put in orders. Products. Put in products. You'll have to choose from the videos, but that way you know you're getting everything that there possibly could be about products or what it is you're looking for. The training videos in there are very good at teaching you how to use the functionality in World Internet Office. They don't teach you how to market, however. They just teach you how to use the functions. One more thing I want to show you, if that's okay. Can I... Where are we? There's no one official in the back. Can I have 5 more minutes? Is that okay? 5 more minutes. All right. One more thing I want to show you. 3 minutes. Where are we? So if you go to, I'm just going to open it in a new tab here. I just want to show you about the packages that are available in World Internet Office as well.
Are these US prices?
These are US prices, correct. Everyone have a look up here. It's all these different things. There's autoresponder, there's starter, there's basic, and there's pro. Hands up who's an affiliate marketer. Hope to be an affiliate marketer. You just need autoresponder. You don't need any of the others. So don't pay for the rest of it. Does that make sense? You just need autoresponder. Starter. None of you in the room will ever need starter, so don't use it. It's just a shopping cart. Who asked that question? What is starter? It's just a shopping cart. That's all. There's no autoresponders go with that. Basic is autoresponder and shopping cart together. And then pro is everything. Every single functionality you can think of is in there together. So that means you've got autoresponder, shopping cart, and affiliate system as well. Hands up in here who's going to set up an affiliate system straight away. A few of us. Then start with autoresponder first until you're ready, until you have your email set up. Then upgrade to basic, and then upgrade to pro when you're ready to make it live. You can put in all the functionality into World Internet Office. It just won't work on your websites until you pay the money. Does that make sense? We'll go through that over the next couple of days as well.
Could you just clarify? Did you mean if you were setting up for someone to be an affiliate? Sorry,
To be an affiliate for you.
For me.
Yes, correct. So if you had a website with your own product,
Yes.
and you wanted to get a team of affiliates,
Yeah.
you can manage that here in World
Right.
Internet Office.
So say you're just going to do affiliate marketing.
If you're just going to
then
do
you'd
it
stay with the first one.
with autoresponder, correct. Can you pass that over here?
What if you had a product that you wanted to promote for the person, but you knew that they wouldn't have a very good tracking system?
What if you had a product
So you reverse the affiliate system.
So you have a product that you want to promote for a person, but you want to track it. So what you can do there, that's a very advanced question, but you can still track it through the affiliate program. So if you set up an affiliate program in here, you could make a link that was going to their website, and then you can have all the tracking. You know, you get all the reports and all of that sort of thing on that link. So you can manage that in here, but you can also manage that through an ad tracker as well, to a certain degree.
So you manage an affiliate program for someone else.
Well,
in that way.
yeah, kind of. Yeah. That's a complex question. We'll come back to that over the next couple of days, however. One more question.
What if you already have an Aweber autoresponder?
If you already have an Aweber autoresponder, you can continue using that, or you can import people into this if you choose to. Does that make sense?
Will it work with this system or not?
You can use autoresponder in Aweber and then shopping cart in World Internet Office, yes, but there's more steps to the process. It's not as easy to integrate.
Right.
Just one quick little thing I want to show you. If you choose to continue with World Internet Office, there's 2 ways that you can upgrade. If you go to My Account and renew and upgrade, you can select your package here. You put in your credit card details down the bottom and you go for it. Okay? There's one other thing you can do as well. Yep.
Spam. Some of the those on the programs that apply hit or spam? So a lot of emails get go into other people's spam accounts.
So, what's your question?
What's the World Internet Office? How does that compare to the cheaper?
How does it compare to the other ones?
Yeah,
So the question was spam, how does World Internet Office compare with the other ones? I don't know the stats on it. I only know the stats from using the other ones as well. I use GetResponse, Aweber and World Internet Office for different campaigns. And we get the same read rate with World Internet Office as we do with the others. So the good ones are good as far as spam is concerned and read rate is concerned. The cheaper ones, so MailChimp, I don't think has quite as high a result as the others, but that's as far as my knowledge goes to how the others work, I'm afraid.
Similar line.
Mhm.
If, like on Aweber, it'll show you the stats of where your email sits in relation to what spam filter will pick up and say, you're sitting too high on the meter, does that show?
Too advanced. We'll go through that tomorrow. There's a button when you create an email, and it does a spam score for you. Yep. So just one last thing, you can upgrade here. You put in your credit card details down the bottom. Remember we looked at My Account and billing profile earlier. If you put your credit card details in there, you can put in a support ticket to billing, like we were just looking in support tickets before, and you can say at the end of my 30-day trial, please upgrade me to autoresponder only. Does that make sense? So you'll still get your 30 days free, and at the end I'll charge you the $34 a month for autoresponder. If you have any questions about the billing, you can come and see me over the next few days. I'll be around at the back of the room and I can help you with that. So now I've got some homework for you.
Yippee!
Who loves homework?
We all do.
So we've had a look in World Internet Office. That's all you need to get started. The rest we can learn along the way. That's it. That's all you need to do in World Internet Office to get started. So your homework for tomorrow. Some of you will have done this already. Homework for tomorrow, contact profile. Set up your contact profile to suit your business. Get a branded or generic email to suit your business. Put it into your contact profile. Who hasn't got a branded email yet? Get one in Gmail. Okay, get one that's relevant to your business in Gmail for tomorrow's session. It might be Jason's ebook store at gmail.com. Something like that, something that will cover all of your niches. Sorry, I'll move out of your way so you can take the photo of the homework. The second thing is signature. If you didn't set up a signature today, I want you to set up one that's relevant to your business tonight. Once it's approved, I want you to go back in and make it active. They say it takes 24 hours to be approved. Generally, it takes about 35 minutes, depending on the loads. Sales funnel. Who knows what their sales funnel is? Can anyone put their hand up? Who knows? Who's been thinking about their sales funnel over the last couple of days? I want you to start thinking about it some more, and I want you to put some web links down. If you've got web links, for those of you that do know your sales funnel, put it down into a document so that you can use it over the course of the next couple of days. Sales funnel, so basically the process people are going to follow when they come to your website to when they purchase. So are they going to go to an opt-in first and then to a free report and you're going to email them to your sales page? Or are they going to go to an opt-in and then a free report straight into a sales page? That sort of information. If you don't know, have a think about it and put down some questions.
So, could you do a sales funnel on a affiliate product? If I was to find an affiliate product, could I do that?
Could you do a sales funnel on an affiliate product? Yes, you could. So what I want you to bring in there is the link for the affiliate product, which will be this step in the process. And then what you might do as an opt-in, something you might give away for free as an opt-in, and have those links. Okay? So have a think about that. You can bring in a few if you like, you can bring in one. We'll use some templates over the course of the next couple of days, and then you'll put into practice for your homework for the next couple of days. Any questions?